Hello, heroes! Joe Smith here again. Hope you're having a great day. Today, we got another episode of Joe Knows, my favorite series on YouTube. Today, Joe Smith is going to talk about relays. Now, there's a lot to know about relays. We're just going to do the basics here today. The Joe Knows series is this time basic information on different topics, so that way average person without technical or mechanical knowledge or experience can learn and understand the basics in a way that they can hopefully learn and understand without using a bunch of big words and technical language that's hard to understand. So, if you're man, woman, young, old, you can watch these Joe Knows series videos and learn the basics. You don't have to be a mechanic or anything. And even if you are like a mechanic or a technician, you can still watch them and just kind of refresh your knowledge, or maybe even learn something new sometimes. But today we're talking about relays, the two most common types that you'll deal with on cars usually, or equipment, are going to be the 4-pin and 5-pin. These are all 5-pin in this kit here. But the 4-pin are SPST, which is single pole, single throw. And the 5-pins, these here are SPDT, single pole, double throw. Difference is that 4-pins are usually used to switch one device or accessory on and off, and the 5-pins are usually used to switch from one to the other. For example, 5-pins are usually used in cars to where you're control switching between your low beams and high beams. When the switch is in one position, your low beams are on, and then when the switch is in the other position, low beams go off and high beams come on. And you flip it back to the first position, high beams go off and low beams come on. Now, the 4-pin SPST relays are usually used for something like fog lights, for example, where you just switch fog lights on and off. There's nothing else that's on when the fog lights are off. Basically, what relays are, they're just like a switch, like a light switch. You can use them for other things other than lights, of course. Any kind of accessory, heated seats, heated mirrors, heated steering wheel, any power accessory on your automobile or other project or equipment like skid steer or something like that, or lawnmower even. The purpose of the relays is so you don't have to send a high amp current through your switch. And that way you can use a switch that's rated for lower amp current to control a higher amp current device. Basically, when you flip your switch on your dash or wherever, it turns the relay on and off. So you're using one switch to turn another switch on and off. You have a low amp current going through your switch, like on your dash, and then when you turn that on, it sends that low amp current to the relay, and then the relay switches on inside and then connects a high amp current circuit to let power go through. Now they usually have wiring diagrams somewhere on the relays, and the pins are also numbered too. The 4-pin relay numbers are usually 85, 86, 87, and 30. And the 5 pins are A5, A6, A7, A7A, and 30. Typically, when wiring up a relay, and there's a couple different ways you can do it, but typically you'll have 85 be your low amp current coming into the relay from the switch. 86 will go to the chassis ground or to the battery ground. 30 will be the high amp current coming in from your battery or fuse block. And then 87 will be the high amp current output to your device, your lights, or your power accessory. So when you send the low amp current into pin 85, it energizes the electromagnet inside that's spring loaded. So then the magnet snaps together and connects the power between the 30 and 87 pin. Then when you shut off the power to the 85 pin, then the power to the magnet is cut off and the spring pushes the magnet back apart, and then it disconnects the power between the 30 and 87 pin. That's how it works on the 4-pin relays. On the 5-pin, when it's off, it's connected to the A7A. And then when it's on, it's connected to the A7. So it switches from one to the other. So when the relay, on these 5-pin relays, when the power is off, then power to the, or when the power from your switch is off, then you have constant power going through to the A7A relay. So that device is always on. But then when you send power to the relay, it shuts that device off and switches the internal switch on the relay to the A7 terminal, and then whatever is hooked up to that pin on the back side will power on. So for example, you could have your low beams on connected to the A7A, and then when you flip your high beam switch, it energizes the relay and disconnects A7A and switches over to the A7 pin. That's why your low beams go off and your high beams come on. Of course, there's a way to kind of rewire your car if you wanted to keep your low beams on when your high beams come on. But we'll maybe save that for another video. But most cars, when the high beams come on, your low beams usually shut off. Some cars or trucks even with factory fog lights, when your high beams come on, and then your fog lights shut off too, and they do that with these 5-pin relays. Also, another thing that you could do if you wanted to with these 5-pin relays, instead of having one input and two different outputs, you could flip the wiring around to where your A7A and A7A are different inputs, and then your 30 is a single output. There's one time something Joe Smith was working on, he did it that way, but I can't think of offhand what it was now. But you could have power coming in from one source, from one battery, on your A7A terminal, and then you could flip a switch over. Like if that battery is starting to go dead, then you can flip a switch to energize relay here, and disconnect from that battery and connect to the other battery, send power from the second battery through the relay. So that's one thing, one example of something that you could do if you flip the inputs and outputs using the SPDT 5-pin relays. Again, just try to do the basic intro to these relays, and here right now we can talk more later about different examples and wiring schematics and different ways to use them. But these are nothing to be afraid of. They're basically used to protect you. That way, if your switch shorts out, you don't have high amp current going through there that might shock you. Just got really low amp current that you probably won't even feel. And also, you can use a lot smaller wiring and save money on wiring going to your switch by having the relay hot downstream closer to your accessory in between the battery and the lights or battery and your accessory. So these, in a way, are a safety device. They also help you save money on wiring. You could have a single switch hooked up to multiple relays, so you hit one switch and multiple things come on at once. You can have like, we got 8 relays here. You can have all 8 relays lined up with a different light attached to the output on each one, and you flip one switch and then all the different lights come on all at once. For example, instead of having to flip a different switch on your dash for each light, you can have just one switch and control all your lights, have everything come on all at once. And of course, they're pretty easy to test. For example, when you turn them on and on, you can usually feel or hear a clicking inside, let you know that it's working. If you don't feel or hear a clicking inside when you flip the switch and turn it on and on, all you gotta do is have a battery or a battery charger and connect power to your 30 pin, connect the A6 to the ground, and put your test light on the 87 pin or 87A if it's a 5-pin, and then jump power from the 30 to the 85 to trigger it, and then see if your test light lights up on either the A7 if it's a 4-pin or A7 or A7A if it's a 5-pin. Well, this is going to wrap it up for this episode. Joe knows. If Joe Smith accidentally misspoke on something, please politely, kindly post correction in the comments. If you got some extra information to add, please add to the comments. In the future, Joe Smith probably do another video with relays and one of his wiring projects on the trucks, and show it actually being used in more detail. And we'll try and come up with some different examples on how they can be used as well in the future video. Any questions, feel free to post in the comments. Thank you everyone for watching. It's been another episode of Joe Knows with Joe Smith. Joe Smith sign out.